one of the biggest topics that women almost always rail against is past matters, right? Past always matters. Past determines almost who you are and the mistakes you made and the thought process of some of those mistakes. Yes, sometimes people correct them, but most of the time people don't. They make the same mistakes over and over again. It's literally called history. History repeats itself. This is why men don't want to date promiscuous women, women that have a huge past, women that literally post everything on the internet for everybody to watch and archive if they wanted to. Who wants to watch their whole life get put in a certain lens? And it's not even like normal put out, like, oh, here's my husband. No, they put it out in a certain lens, usually to make the man look bad, right? And if a man has a past, again, if a man was just had a history of just straight abusing his girlfriends and wives left and right, why would you still want to mess with that guy? Why would you even give that guy time of day? It's the exact same thing. So I was watching, YouTube, doing my normal thing, and I came across Nate's video talking about how this one woman finally figured it out. Why? Because she suffered the actual consequences immediately.
Something that every guy should be doing when he starts talking to a woman is looking her up, right? Obviously. See what you can find.
Google.
See if she's one of these chicks kind of posting every single detail on social media about her life. Is she a feminist?
Yeah, it's actually not too hard to be Googling people's name. I tell you guys all the time, people Google my name. You can see a lot through Google. You can see most of their social media. You can see a lot of other things that they've posted and things like that. So it's like a good way to kind of help vet women or help vet people in general.
Is she running a roster, dating a bunch of guys and talking about it publicly, detailing all of her experiences, right? Well, that's exactly what this guy did. And after going to her profile, her TikTok, and looking at the videos, seeing the signs, he decided to kick her to the curb, and rightfully so.
My date just canceled on me tonight because he found my TikTok. And that's really, really unfortunate because this is like the first time where social media has been like a detriment. Not a detriment, but has like negatively harmed me.
That would be a detriment.
And it really sucks because obviously, social media isn't always real, and a lot of my videos are...
You're right, social media isn't real. It's also how you portray yourself. Not betray, but portray yourself matters, though.
I'm putting on a personality. Like, I make videos to entertain. By no means is that who I am as a person. And
how are we supposed to know that?
To be fair,
And so, real quick, I'm going to show you some more of her videos that are actually on her page so you can see what this guy saw when he started going through it. And it's like, no, you're not putting on any sort of personality. You're literally kind of, you're documenting your dates. You're name dropping these guys.
Yeah, as much as these women say they want to act for the camera, no. How you are on camera is literally how you guys are in real life majority of the time.
You're dating. There's nothing really, it's just jokes. This isn't my real personality. Her content isn't personality based at all, really. It's completely based around her dating life and her being a ran through 304.
Miserable.
I respect that he was like, just not my taste. But yeah, it really sucks because like we had great conversation and I was like actually like really, really looking forward to it.
She actually likes the guy.
Yeah, it sucks. It's the downside of doing social media is, everything you post is going to be under scrutiny and a microscope, and it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I think it's really hard for me because I feel so much pressure to be perfect.
What?
And to be like that,
You have this pressure on yourself. Nobody cares about finding a perfect person. Nobody thinks you're perfect.
Girl that has a perfect life and, everything's so cutesy and just in order. And it's moments like these where I feel like, oh shit, like they're right. Like I'm embarrassing or like I'm cringy or, no one would ever want me. And it's like, it sucks because you've found my social media first before actually getting to know me. And if you
We judge book by their cover. Why? Because that's what literally the cover is for you to judge. Like, I'm not gonna go to the Bible and expect to see smut in there.
actually knew like the real me, you would be like, wow, like there's something special about you.
No, so that's the thing. Going to her
Look at this. She thinks she's so special. She just has to say, you just have to like get to know me a little bit and you'll realize how special I am. Get out of here.
page, you get to see the real her. You get to see what she's actually doing when she's not texting you.
Right.
Who else she's talking to, who else she's dating. Actually, going to her social media is the only way you're actually going to get an understanding of who she really is, how she really moves, how many guys she's really seeing other than you. Keep going.
But I'm not here to convince anyone that I'm special.
That's why you made a whole video.
I think the right person would just know that immediately, and you know, when I get to know me first without
I love how women really like, oh, if he's the right person, he'll just know and he'll just do things properly. Oh, and he'll just love me the way I want to be loved. How do you know this? Like, where are you getting this image of this perfect person that knows you inside and out? For everything he's gonna do, he's already gonna think about you and your feelings? What are you talking about?
painting a picture of me based on my profile. But that's life. That's life. We all judge a book by its cover. And like, whether we realize it or not, we all judge people when we don't really know someone based
I say it all the time. I'm a judgy guy. I judge all the time.
off of their socials, you know?
Am I going to judge you in your face and say it? Probably not, but I'm judging.
I mean, it's human nature.
It is.
But yeah, no, it really sucks. So yeah, just wanted to share that, you know, social media isn't all sunshine and rainbows. And
Who thought it was, you idiot? Like, how old are you to barely say this now?
yeah, it definitely sucks. But I just have to trust in God that maybe
Pulls God out
just
of
have
nowhere.
peace with it, you know? And that what's not meant to be won't miss you. But yeah, that sucks.
Well, the problem is your TikTok page is going to repel any self-respecting man that you would actually probably want.
Correct.
That's the problem this woman is going to run into
The only men that are going to stay are the ones you don't want.
every single time.
For anyone who finds my social media and does not know me, get to know me first, and then you can
No.
judge me.
No, I don't have to. I don't want to waste the money.
How about that? We've never gone on a date before. This would have been the first time meeting.
Oh, she's making more videos about it. Oh, I thought she didn't care.
But yeah. Sucks.
All right, so now I'm going to actually run through a little bit more of her TikToks. Not going to listen to all of them, but just so you can kind of get an understanding of what this guy saw. So you can see here the caption says, Hinge date Liam. So you can kind of understand now that
She's literally documenting every single date and naming them on TikTok.
what she's doing on her TikTok is she's documenting her dating life. She's name dropping these guys, basically informing any other man who goes to the page that he's not the only guy she's seeing. And so it's like, if you're getting to know this woman, and I'm not sure if her TikTok username is like her first and last name, but this guy clearly was able to find her, and he saw that, yeah, this woman is just dating a bunch of dudes and like kind of revealing the details about him and kind of shitting on them as well. And I guess I'm kind of giving it away, but let's listen to a
Yeah, he didn't want to be the next one.
little bit of it.
Okay, so I want to talk about my date tonight. This was actually my second date night with Liam. He's a civil engineer. Oh, so fucking sexy. I'm like in love with him. He's so cute. So I just had like my collab up our
So right away, if you're this guy who just started talking to her and you go on her page and you see her, you know, fawning over Liam, you're going to think, yeah, okay, I'm good. Seems like you like Liam, right? I don't want to try to get involved, or I'm not going to compete for you. You know, let's keep it going.
taco. So I figured I'd invite him for a free comped meal. So he helped me film some content. And wait, let me backtrack. Our first date, we went.
Do you even make money off this, lady? That's the other thing about TikTok and stuff. Do people even make money off of this, doing this, ruining their lives and documenting everything? If you were making millions of dollars, I might be able to be like, okay, I could somewhat understand. But you're literally making nothing. I don't understand.
Went to, oh my God, what was our first date? It was a couple days ago. I don't know, but we ended.
You can't even, you like the guy so much, you can't even remember the first date? Yeah. Who wants to deal with
Ended up
you?
at Taco Bell, and it was iconic, and it was the best. And he's so cute. He's so wholesome, very like naturey and like hiking and like outdoorsy, but like very like non-judgmental, which is like really hard to meet. Like a lot of guys are like so judgmental, right? But he's just like so down to earth, and he's very social for a civil engineer, and he's really cute, and he has blue eyes. So yeah, we just had our second date, and we ended up, you know, at Bar Taco for my collab. And then afterwards, he took me line dancing here in Fenway, and it was so cute.
Okay, so, you know, that's her talking about her date with Liam.
Okay, an update on Dan.
So a different guy named Dan, and she's giving updates, not necessarily doxing them, but, you know, it's kind of gossiping, talking about him, revealing intimate and private details about, you know, the dates they're going on.
Don't have the emotional capacity for a girlfriend.
Talking down on them.
You text me once every 24 hours, maybe. And he's like, oh, I'm looking for a girl that can understand I have a very busy work schedule. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, I get it. Like, I get being busy. But, like, texting once a day and be like, oh, sorry, there's this new law that was passed last night and all my reps got fucked over. And who do they come to complain? Me. He was like, I've been dealing with this for the past 20 minutes. Well, Dan, you haven't texted me since Thursday night.
Okay,
It's like, how needy are these women? They need them to text more than multiple times a day, every day.
going to the next one. And so you can kind of see how she was saying, like, you know, get to know me before you pass judgment. You know, you don't actually know who I am based off my TikTok. Any guy looking for a woman is going to see your page and going to think you're getting passed around. You're dating a bunch of dudes. Just don't want to be a part of that.
Screenshots on Raya. I just got banned because I accidentally took way too many screenshots on Raya.
So she's on Raya, she's on Tinder, you know, she's on all these dating apps, she's dating all these guys, and she's screenshotting her conversations on Raya, which apparently you're not allowed to do. And so that just, why don't just apply that to all dating apps? I think that's a...
Yeah, it should be a good way to go about it. Yeah, no more. But then you just get another phone and take a picture of it. So, I mean, it's not really circumventing too much.
A great feature that Raya has. I've never used the app, but I think it's smart. Yeah, because these fucking bitches going to try to screenshot your conversations, put you on blast like we see time and time again, make fun of your profile. So good on Raya kicking this bitch off.
It's interesting because we see Hinge, Tinder, and all these other apps, like the profile apps, all the time. I don't think I've ever seen a Ryla profile app. I don't have the app. I don't think I qualify for it.
Okay. Over the course of a couple months, I took like 5 screenshots. But it's like instinctual, right? Because like I'm so used to being on Tinder or Hinge and like screenshot, look at this crazy profile, say it to a friend. But like I forgot I'm on Raya and I had like 5 alerts. And after the 5th one, they're like, you're done. So,
Good.
My girls,
Can't hold any accountability.
be very careful when you're on Raya. They will permanently ban you. Michael, you're fucking weird.
Okay, so here's another new guy, Michael, and now she's insulting him based
Straight
off of their
attacking
date.
right now
What
immediately.
was that? Okay, you're like 58 years old. You wouldn't shut up about your brother's divorce. There's
And so this guy's 58 years old, probably not quite as tech savvy. So he probably didn't look her up on social media. And I bet if he did, he wouldn't have gone on a date with her. Now, I don't know. Maybe he would have still. Maybe he's kind of a lower value guy. But again, any guy who is like around her age, tech savvy, is going to look this woman up and just going to bow out.
something wrong with you. When I get there, you're playing shuffleboard, shuffleball, and you switch the venue like 3 times. Like as I'm getting in my car, you text me 3 different addresses of 3 different places. You tell me how much money you have, and you wonder why you're still single. And everyone's like, you gotta get on Raya, gotta get on Raya. And you want me to move immediately into your 4-bedroom empty apartment house?
So, like, where's the jokes? Where is this whole fake
Yeah.
personality that she's just putting on for the internet? No, we're seeing
Her.
you. This is your personality. There's not really any performing going on. You're just exposing these dates. You're relaying the information from the man to the TikTok platform.
Like, as a man, why would you want to deal with someone that's posting about your dates, such intimate details about your dates after the date almost immediately? Why would you want to mess with a woman like this? Because if you did anything out of the norm, wrong, creep, or whatever, guess what? You're going to be plastered all over TikTok.
Yeah, how about no? And yeah, it's like you're just complete cope at the beginning, trying to brush off the allegations. No, you are absolutely a complete brat, basically. Nobody wants to date you. And why should they? You're revealing all these private details. You passed around dating all these guys at the same time, getting kicked.
Like, dating used to be so private. You never disclosed all the details of your dates.
Kicked off of these dating apps because you're screenshotting these conversations. Where's the like, oh no, it's just a social media personality joke? Where's the whole like, this isn't the real me? This is absolutely the real you. This is what you're up to. Thanks to social media, these men can see what you're really up to, how many guys you're really dating at the same time. Yeah, so just make sure if you're meeting a new woman, do your homework, because apparently these guys didn't, and now they get to appear in her little TikTok, docu-series.
It's so true, right? This is why I say vet women just look at their social media. I didn't used to do it all that much. Now I try to, but now most of the women I do date or end up dating, they have it on private. So it's like, oh, okay, so they're kind of private. They don't have that many followers anyways. Everything just looks kind of legit on that end. I mean, if you can't see all of the bad stuff, at least see if there is any bad stuff, or at least if there's good stuff. If it's just private, there's nothing wrong with it being private either, especially if they only have like 200 followers, which is most likely friends and family. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.